Sadguru Namaskaram. According to the Hindu tradition, a woman, when she's having a menstrual cycle, is not allowed to participate in any rituals. Is there any scientific reason or anything associated? I just wanted to know what happens at the energy level.
See, you must understand, there are certain aspects of life which are for always. There are certain other aspects of life which are significant at different times of history, depending upon those situations in which they existed. So making a judgment on that, thinking this is prejudice, this is this is that, it's not that. It was an appropriate thing for a certain time. You must understand, women were not like you in the past. A woman means she had phenomenal amount of work, physical work, okay? She has to cook, she has to take everything around the house, maybe also do some work in the farm, It's a lot of physical work. And there is no government holiday for a woman, and most people did not work for the government anyway. So there is no such thing as holiday, something has to be done. I think generally in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, they don't plow on Monday mornings. Monday morning they will not plow. So they fix these things because the animals and men need some rest. Otherwise they're simply working, don't know when to stop. But the woman's work is such that you can't stop on a Monday, you still have to eat. So you have to give her some holiday somewhere. So her own body had cycles, so 3 to 5 days in a month is a break for her. She need not do anything, nobody mess with her, she's by herself. That's the idea, and it's a good one. Because when there's so much physical work, those days in her condition, it would be difficult for her to work. There were no aids like what you have today. Hygiene was also an issue, and above all, she needed rest. Physical rest and energy-wise also, it's a certain… one cycle is over, next cycle is beginning, she needs to approach it in a certain way. It's good to do that. Even today it's good at those times to rest a little bit, not simply going on with the same activity. It's good to do that for various reasons. So rituals, and particularly they said temples, because I don't know if you've noticed, in front of every Shiva temple at one time there used to be a tamarind tree. Have you noticed this? Always. Why these trees were always planted in front of Shiva temples is, they don't want to deny those who have lost the body the opportunity of being with the deity. So they set up a place where these beings can be, okay, not the ghosts of your mind, the real ones. Giving them a little space. You don't want them somewhere, you want them around the temple so that they benefit from this whole thing. So if a woman is in a certain condition, the possibility of being drawn to her is very heavy. That's one reason why she was not allowed to go, is certain energies are drawn to her simply because of that. And another thing is, you must understand, it's not like today, wild animals were all over the place, all right? There was no such thing as wildlife sanctuary. The whole nation was a wildlife sanctuary. Yes? In the wildlife sanctuary you lived. When there is smell of blood, if you go out, you're risking your life. So the best thing is, she must be in the room and locked. If she came out, she always risked her life because wild animals can smell blood a mile away. And you're always putting her to risk. So always she must be in closed door, no open door, always in a closed room. It is a good thing to save her life. Okay, today things have changed, you're living in a city, while there is no tigers prowling around, things have changed. But still certain things have not changed. Fundamentally, your body has not changed. Those things still have to be respected. Certain things have changed, they can be dropped. So, this is not about this is not a religious aspect, this is just common sense, okay? And even today, it's good, those days, to keep the activity, physical activity, to the minimal. And naturally, there's an urge to keep it to the minimal, isn't it? So, temples you're not supposed to enter because always… One thing is hygiene. Hygiene part we have taken care of it now. Another thing is these aspects. If there are other kinds, there are certain type of temples, not all the temples, certain type of temples where it's not necessary for a woman to go in that condition because she's attracting certain things which are unnecessary for her. She's more susceptible in those days. So it's best to be in reasonably protected spaces, not to be exposed to all types of life, because she's susceptible, she's easily can gather things at that time.